Pop, 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 pop. I'm Dr. Joël Salinas. I am an assistant professor of neurology at Harvard Medical School, chief of the McCann Center for Brain Health at the Massachusetts General Hospital Department of Neurology, and author of the book Mirror Touch. You can call me Joel. To speak about neuroscience, the brain, and how it relates to creativity, empathy, and innovation. There's a lot of research looking at purchasing intent based off of people's exposures to different senses, to different levels of entertainment, and different kind of supposed emotions that are taking place. Instagram, why bother writing a long speech in a post that no one will read when I can just give you an image? So if the environment is one that's heavy with screens, the brain will adapt to that environment. Now, with that said, if the screens are communicating information that is meant to scare people or make them angry, you're going to create a generation of people who are extra sensitive to things that cause fear and anger. It begins very early. I wake up before the birds do. And then I would say I start every morning with the thought of, I'm glad that I'm not dead. Oh man, we barely know anything about the brain. There's 100 billion brain cells with 100 trillion connections, and that's only about 10% of all the cells in the brain. And if each cell has the processing power of a laptop, I mean, it's like mind-blowing. Lucy was an interesting movie, but the premise of it ends up being kind of this big myth about the brain, which is that we only use 10% of our brain. The way that we process the world, it's more about using different parts of the brain as you need it. I would say a strong no. Creativity is this process of generating ideas and filtering through those ideas to create a product. Neuromarketing, more than anything, is about trying to kind of influence a behavior. But if you're trying to really approach behavior, you need to think about what are the values, what are the barriers to doing that behavior. And that requires, at its core, developing a product that is valuable. So if you're having to rely on the neuromarketing, you may have to actually take a step back and rethink your product to begin with. Sin means together, and anesthesia means sensation. So it's bringing the senses together. Like in the music industry, there's a good number of successful musicians that have synesthesia, like Billy Joel, Lady Gaga, Kanye West, Pharrell, Lorde, even the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman had synesthesia. So there's a lot of people out there that have synesthesia that influences their art and their work and the way that they think.